When you're lying awake with a dismal headache and repose is tabooed by anxiety, it's hardly surprising if you're agonizing considering modern society. There are terrible dangers from horrible strangers whose every intention is criminal. There are counterfeit healers and ecstasy dealers who thrive because policing is minimal. We've got underage nookie and lads playing hooky who lurk around corners to muggers. And there's prosies and papists and robbers and rapists with tabs of rohypnol to druggers. On the street you take fright at the menacing sight of graffiti in French and Cyrillic. And behind curtains drawn people downloading porn or indulging in tastes pedophilic. Though the threats are tremendous, the law won't defend us and don't even think of resistance. But before it's too late we should all emigrate to a very much better existence. When you're lying in bed and the thoughts in your head return to your present condition, some beastly fanatic plans something dramatic to send us all off to perdition. From some part of the globe comes a chap in a robe and a headdress he looks very nice in, but beneath his jalaba the fellow may harbour a lethal container of ricin. He's so fundamental he hasn't seen Yentl and preaches demonic polemic. He wants each infidel to descend into hell with a dose of bubonic systemic. In his safe sleeper cell he blends in very well with his suitably quiet demeanour. While he's learning to fly, he's living close by in a bedsit above your dry cleaner. We know what we must do cause the world we once knew is vanishing like the poor dodo. There's a good life to be had away from the jihad as neighbours of Bilbo and Frodo. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and rhenium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and lanthanum, and osmium, and astatine, and radium, and gold, protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, ytterbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, niobium, iridium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. Now I hope you're paying attention because there'll be a test later on. There's holmium and helium and hafnium and erbium and phosphorus and francium and fluorine and terbium and manganese and mercury, molybdenum and magnesium, dysprosium and scandium and cerium and cesium, lead, praseodymium, platinum and plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium and tantalum, technetium, titanium, tellurium, and cadmium and calcium and chromium and curium. There's sulfur, californium, infernium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, einsteinium, nobelium, and argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. Lawrencium, and harnium, and finally Rutherfordium. And if there's any others, I'm afraid I haven't heard of 'em.